What up, good people? Back with today's reflection. In today's reflection, I was reading in Jeremiah, and it was talking about the Lord telling Jeremiah to go down to the potter's house. And when Jeremiah went to the potter's house, he seen the potter actually making a pot. And in the process of making that pot, it got out of alignment, and so he had to make a new pot. Using the same clay, but he had to shape it into a different form. And so what that got me to thinking about is pots, right? For those of us who know anything about planting, gardening, you know that most things you can plant in the ground, and they are perennial or they're annuals. They bloom in the spring and the summer, and then they die in the winter, and then they come back naturally. But it's some things that if you plant it in the ground in the summer or the spring, and you don't cover it up or you don't protect it in the winter, then it dies and it won't come back. So like I have a lemon tree. In Tennessee, we can't plant lemon trees right into the ground because while we get hot summers, we get warm springs, we get brutally cold winters. And so it'll kill the lemon tree in the winter. And so the only way that I can have a lemon tree and keep it alive is if I keep it in a pot, so that when the weather changes, I can bring it in the house, or I can bring it under shelter to protect it from the elements of the world. Now, if you think about that in terms of us, right, spiritually, God tells us continuously, don't be conformed to the ways of this world, which means don't plant roots in this world, because this world is temporary. Y'all not going to be here forever. At least y'all that belong to me, y'all not going to be here forever. So don't plant roots in the world. Stay in the pot, so that when the weather changes, i.e. the Lord comes back to claim his own, he can bring us to the potter house, which is the kingdom of God. But if we plant in roots, he can't dig us up. The only way to get a tree or a plant that's deeply rooted, besides digging it up, is just to cut it down. And so that's what God, he wants to avoid, having to just cut us down with the rest of the world, because we done planted roots with the rest of the world. He wants us to stay in pots, so that when the weather changes and he comes back, he can bring us in the